Hey everyone, don't forget to stay tuned till after the video if you want to find out how to support me or where to follow me on social media. And also, if you like this video and like what I do, like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. Anyways, thank you so much for choosing me, and on with the video. So first of all, guys, look who I have here. Look who I have. Look who's a big boy now. And apparently loving my lipstick. Oh, how time has flown. Look at this big gorgeous boy. He's watching himself in a mirror I have in front of me. Look at this big gorgeous boy. Did you guys remember to get your cats fixed? Did you guys remember? I just thought before we get into all the drama, I show you the adorableness. He might be with me for a little bit in the video. Yeah, here. You just stick it, mama. Or not.
My opinion on Asian food is disgusting.
This is a call-in to Asian folks.
Tori, you have no business calling in Asian folks. Even New York City honks in agreement with me. For you to tell Asian people they are in the wrong for making fun of a white woman who is foaming at the mouth with her racism so confidently with her candy corn teeth is classic tone policing. Because nobody would have a problem with her Cracker Jack mouth was it not spewing out racist vitriol. When someone behaves like a racist see you next Tuesday, people are gonna come for those popcorn kernels that she calls teeth.
My opinion on Asian food is disgusting.
Sure, let me get you caught up. It started with the white woman with candy corn teeth.
My opinion on Asian food is disgusting. Simple.
So Asian people went to town on these, as they should. Because how are you going to spew out an opinion that Asian food is disgusting with this situation happening right at your mouth? Unsolicited, this white woman chose violence.
So for those of you that don't know, Tori's video is about us in the Asian community going hard against this woman that made a broad blanket statement saying that all Asian food was disgusting. I don't think we were going hard on her at all. This was a classic case of fuck around and find out. We all decided that Miss Sharon had a big case of fuck around-itis, and us in the Asian community prescribed her a dose of humbleness. Us, our culture, and our food has been demonized for far too long, and because of that, the high road is under construction and is unavailable for the rest of the year. And to be honest, she got off really easy because we could be a lot more petty than that, trust me. And by the way, whoever made that filter with a dancing toothpaste man.
And I have one last point to make. One last point, specifically to you, sir, since you felt the need to defend your shitty actions. When you did all that, does she now suddenly love Asian food? Have you changed her mind? Did you make her rethink what she thought? Did you even think to ask what specific Asian food she was talking about? Because as everyone knows, there are dozens of countries in Asia, and there's thousands of different dishes. So yes, she's wrong because she doesn't know all Asian cuisine. But did you make it better? Or did you just double down her opinion? Possibly even actually create a bigot with your overreaction as a whole, as a culture, as a community. Did you make it better? Did you resolve the issue? No. She's not going to go out and suddenly taste every Asian cuisine. She probably now will never try it. because of your ignorance. Keep that in mind. Like, you didn't fix anything. You didn't resolve your people's problem. No matter what you said, Asian hate isn't going to suddenly stop just because you attacked one woman completely unrelated. If you want real resolution, why didn't you try changing her mind? Why didn't you private message her and say, ma'am, what don't you like about Asian food? Maybe I can make some recommendations. You didn't do that. Instead, you mocked her because she wasn't quite the looks that you felt were okay. You went full petty. You went from 0 to 300. And you resolved nothing. You just became a bigger part of the problem.
So, I had a whole different thing planned. As you guys notice, I am not in my hat, which hat, like I said I would be, and ignore all that in the background. I've been too lazy to decorate. But, yeah. So, and this might be a lesson in MYOB, I'm not sure. But I was going on to TikTok, right? I went on to TikTok because I was trying to find a video that this woman had posted saying that white people should not post for the last 2 months of summer. I can talk, I swear. And they should give their accounts over to people of different ethnicities.
So you're telling me that if I'm a white content creator and I have over 10,000 followers, you're asking me to take a break for the summer to not create any more content? Yeah, I mean, pretty easy, right?
And then when she made a response video to that, of the questions people asked her, like, well, if I gave my account over to somebody else, wouldn't that not be good? They might not like it.
You can still engage with our content on the app, and better yet, your channel does not have to stay inactive. How would it not stay inactive if I'm not allowed to post? Pretty easy. You can ask several Black, Indigenous, and other people of color to take over your account during the next 2 months. But what if my followers don't like that? I mean, they're used to me. Then I guess you're probably not the anti-racist and ally that you think you are, and you should maybe evaluate the type of community that you're building.
They might not enjoy this other person's content. And she was like, well, maybe you're not the anti-racist you thought you were. And I was like, well, that's silly. Maybe the creator isn't good. Doesn't matter if they're BIPOC or not. By the way, you like the gift my husband got me? 50 ounces, baby. Remember to hydrate. Anyways, can you tell my ADHD is in overdrive tonight? So, I went looking for that video, and I couldn't find it. But I did see another more recent video that wasn't hers. Someone had stitched her. And so I watched it. It was more recent. It was more towards October. Because her account was shut down. And I was like, oh, she couldn't take the heat. And then I realized what she really shut her account down about. And it was even dumber. She was chastising Asian talk, which is a thing I didn't realize even existed, over their harassment of this lady. Now, you're probably wondering, Starson, well, what exactly did the lady say? Well, if you saw my other post that I uploaded, you'll see. But I believe I have the recording somewhere. I will put it right here.
Woman that made a broad blanket statement saying that all Asian food was disgusting.
Sir, this is going to come as a grand surprise, but we in the American world call that an opinion. Now, is she God's gift to the eyes? No, but neither are you. Neither am I. What does it matter if she's ugly? Also, what does it fucking matter if she doesn't like Asian cuisine?
And just in case you don't know the recording, she is a small-time TikToker, 25,000 subscribers, way more than me, but still, small time. And one of her followers asked her a question. They said, how do you feel about Asian cuisine? This is exactly what she said. This is it. Just nothing else. This is my imitation of her, my impression. In my opinion, honestly, Asian cuisine is disgusting. Oh, you were waiting for more? No, that's all she said. That's it. That's it. Now, the lady is not exactly the most beautiful of women, conventionally. And she may not have the best dental care. I have no room to talk. But other than that, I didn't see anything wrong with what she said. Well, okay, I lie. Because I totally disagree with her. I'm sorry. If you guys are on my Discord, if you guys follow me at all, if you saw half of what I ate when I was in Vegas, if you've interacted with me on any level, you'll know that I'm a total weeb. I admire a lot about Asian culture. I enjoy Asian culture. I absolutely gobble up the food. And overall, I see nothing wrong with their food. I see a lot of unique takes on things and different flavors, and it's one of my favorite things to cook. Despite the fact that I don't agree with the lady, what would you guys think would be the appropriate response to somebody not liking something? You might ask her to elaborate. Well, madam, what do you mean you don't like Asian cooking? There is over 43 countries in the continent of Asia. Varied flavors, thousands of dishes, different fruits and vegetables, and even meats. Do you think anyone asked her that? No. Do you know what they did do? They accused her of microaggressions and racism. Oh yes, as a matter of fact, they likened her saying that Asian food is disgusting to exactly like the people who have been beating up Asian American citizens.
So, with a video like yours directed towards an Asian person that is bringing up the obvious microaggressions and issues that they deal with daily from people like that woman, you decided to turn it into, this is just an opinion thing. Okay, you ask, what does it matter? It matters because Asian hate crimes are up 360%. I have friends that are Asian that have told me about themselves being assaulted, their family members being assaulted, their elders being assaulted, simply because they are Asian and because people have a mindset that Asian people have these, foods that are abnormal, and that then leads to Asian hate and violence.
I'm sorry, but who is they? Are you talking about fellow Asian people like me? Talking about butter teeth? Talking about our food is disgusting, but probably can't taste the food through that tartar buildup on her teeth. Right? Never mind her talking shit about the food, but you're overlooking the part that she's racist about it. It's fine not to like food. Totally fine. No one is forcing y'all to like any ethnic food at all. But to say that it's disgusting as if she's tasted all Asian foods is ignorant as fuck. You already came for another one of my mutuals, so I'm not gonna go back and forth with you. You're not gonna get shit out of me. This will be my only response to you.
Hi, you don't know me. I call myself the Ajma here on TikTok, part of Asian Talk, which I am happily a member of. And I just want to say thank you, because I did not know how I, as an Asian woman, should respond to racism without your feedback. I mean, without white women telling us how we should feel or what we should say or how we should respond. I mean, I would not know what to do with my life.
Yeah, we don't like white women. Yeah, we don't like white women.
I'm talking about you. I'm talking about how you got up there and decided to defend a woman who called it disgusting, which only elevates the Asian hate, but then turned around and called the Asian community fragile. You're the one so activated that you shouted at the Asian community, calling them fragile for giving feedback about the racism that they experience. What does that make you? What does that make you? And there it is. There it is. Palm-colored women love to shout racism against palm-colored people. White people can't experience racism. You don't know the definition of racism. Or you do, and you just like being racist. Which is it? Fragility. But it's not fragility. It's just racism.
Yeah, we don't like white women.
That's like saying reverse racism. There's no such thing. Race was invented by white people, the concept of race, the concept of superiority of that race. Why do you think God's white? Why do you think Santa Claus is white? Why is God a man and white? White people cannot experience racism, period. Because no person of color has a system of power to back their shit. So even if anything this woman was saying had any validity, and I'm talking about the purple-haired girl, the most the Asian lady would be bigoted, which is bad. What is more likely the case is little purple hair over here is an agent of white supremacy, and she is, because she thinks anybody can be a racist. And the woman who made the comment about Asian food, I'm sure it wouldn't require even the shallowest of deep dives to figure out where she stands politically. Any questions? Let me know. I'll tag you in further explanations because I've done the videos over and over.
What? Excuse me? I was absolutely mind blown that was the extent they took. But that's not even it. I don't know who first heard her say it. I don't. But I do know that this is their response. Candy corn teeth, mocking her teeth, mocking that she was white, mocking that she wasn't pretty. Now remind me, what does that have to do with her not liking Asian food? Also, remind me how that fixed the situation. I wonder, did that make her go out and decide, I've got to eat all the Asian food now because clearly I was wrong? No. Telling her it's harmful. How is it harmful? Are people no longer allowed to have an opinion? But now you're sitting there saying, okay, Star Son, now we know the backstory. What does that have to do with you? How did this get turned over again? There we go. I'll get there today, guys. But now I bet you're asking, Star Son, what does that have to do with you? Well, it started out with one video, which, if I did my cards right, it was in the beginning, but here's a little preview of what I said, which I also posted yesterday on my YouTube. And at first it wasn't too bad. Oh, but then the comments started coming in. Oh, and there was so many of them, guys. Oh, there was so many. And it started turning into me merely because what I questioned every time was, why does it matter? And that's still my question to this day. Why does it matter? What does it matter if she doesn't like Asian food? So she's ignorant. So she doesn't like it. Did the world stop turning? Did the entire Asian continent sink into the earth? Are we now no longer allowed to enjoy Asian food? No. She was one no-name person with no consequence. And not only that, but I don't recall her saying all Asian food is terrible and no one should eat it. I don't recall her saying that Asian culture as a whole was terrible. I don't recall her saying Asian people were terrible. She just said, and literally even stated it like this in her opinion, that she didn't like it. Now, I will grant this, because TikTok only gives you a short amount of time. I said in my response, American world. I was trying to be a smartass. Because what I was trying to insinuate is free speech. She's allowed to use the word disgusting. Do you know what? And get ready, you're about to get canceled. I think Hispanic food is disgusting. I don't like it. When I look at it on a plate, it's not my thing. Too much sour, too much spicy, too many tomatoes, and and cilantro, don't even get me started. And no, I don't even have the soap gene. I just don't like it. But do I not make my own versions? Yeah, I make my own versions. Because I do think there's some cooking styles. But it's just not my thing. Do I disparage anyone else? Do I decide that the entire cuisine as a whole should no longer exist? No, it's just not my thing. It's just not. So more for everyone else, which is how I see this woman not liking Asian cuisine. Great. More for me, boo-boo. You don't have to like it. I do. We do. Whoever else is. And this insane explosion, and when I tell you it got insane, guys, it got to the point someone tried to dox me.
It's confidence you lack, and now your life's becoming such a mess because karma's a bitch and it's got your address.
As someone who's been in a horrible car accident and suffered the consequences of this car accident, I feel it's my duty to tell you that you are veering so far out of your lane right now. You are risking a head-on collision, and you should probably correct course very quickly.
And the reason they tried to dox me is because they wanted to end game me and or at least beat me to a bloody pulp. And why did they want to? Because I dared to use the word boo-boo. And then, because there was a gay man that was saying just, all he kept saying is, you're a white supremacist. And I was like, how is this a white supremacist? Because I dared to argue with Asian people. And then I said, show me where I'm a white supremacist. He goes, I'm not educating you. I ain't your mammy. And I said, well, mammy, then move along. And the person who wanted to dox and we'll just say cause bodily harm to me, that's why. A conversation that didn't involve them. A conversation that was me merely putting back the energy that someone else gave me. What's funny is I got banned for like 5 minutes on TikTok. Literally 5 minutes. TikTok permanently banned my account, and then I appealed it. I added in the screenshots because I was threatened. People were calling out for violence against me. People called me a see you next Tuesday. The only reason I'm not saying the word is because I don't know if Papa YouTube is going to try to take me out for it. All sorts of different things. And again, and I'm pretty sure I'm peppering throughout this video, all I did was say, what does it matter? Why do you care? And all they kept doing was projecting and redirecting their rage from things that this woman did not do onto her. No, this isn't a microaggression. But then what was hilarious is when they tried to dignify their actions and excuse their actions with this.
I've already asked nicely for 2 reasons. The man you stitched and one other reason.
We're down for the cause. Do not go see that movie opening weekend.
Message is to all our would-be accomplices and white allies. This message is to all the white people who have BLM in their bio. If you really want to prove to black people that you love us and you care about us and you are down for the cause, do not go see that movie opening weekend.
Since you guys are talking like clowns, I decided to use a filter to fit the theme.
You really like to insert yourself in Black, Indigenous, and other people of color's business. Clearly where you don't belong.
That made a broad blanket statement saying that all Asian food was disgusting.
Sir, this is going to come as a grand surprise, but we in the American world call that an opinion.
Are you alluding to the fact that he's not American? Why would you think he's not American? Anyways, I digress. I'm going to show you why people went after her. And hopefully you leave the subject alone and exit Asia talk. Because yes, there is such a thing. She's a Trump supporter. She also claims she's part gypsy. Not a derogatory term and racist term at all against Romani people. See, we knew she was racist as soon as she opened her mouth. And the bonus, she's also homophobic. Go figure. Now, I'd like to address the second reason. That woman you stitched and decided to say she was a clown is my actual friend. Buddha smiled down on you the day you made that and never allowed me to see it till now. I'm not here to bully or harass you or anything like that, but you're giving off the same vibes as her. Also, I'm not your babe.
Who's gonna tell him? Who's gonna tell him? I told you guys, the rainbow hair, the fat, it tricks them. They think I'm one of them. Newsflash, guys. Being a Trump supporter doesn't mean you're a racist. I know it's shocking. If she believes she is, so what? That's not. Romani people do refer to themselves as that in some situations. There's a divide. Some believe it's bad, some believe it's not. But there's a divide in most cultures about ethnic slurs in that culture. Some believe it's okay, some believe they don't. It's none of your business. But it was a lot of white women. A lot of white women trying to teach me and educate me. And I found it hilarious. And at the end of the day, guys, what I've learned is TikTok will excuse childish, shitty, bullying behavior as long as it suits their ideals. I did have one or two people that opposed me that were normal people. One lady, God bless her, she literally started following me because she believes she can make me see the light on the fact that inherently all white people are bigots and racists and we were just raised to be bad people. No, you are a very nice lady and I appreciate that you clearly have a good heart. But no, I wholeheartedly disagree with you, honey. I do. But I pray for you because you're one of the few good ones. That was at least in this group. But the overall amount of people wished for my demise, wished for me to be hurt, wished for me to be banned, to be silenced. Over what? Because I told them it was really shitty that they were bullying somebody. That's it. Because they believe they're allowed to. And that's the crazy part, guys. They believe they are allowed to. And that's what this whole video is coming down to. When I get asked why I might cover certain things, why I might speak up about certain things, this is why. Because we are coming to a point now where disagreements could lead to someone getting hurt, potentially, over their opinions. People's lives getting destroyed over disagreements. Misinterpretation, misdirection. Because I came out at the end, I was testing because I wasn't sure if TikTok fully let me back because I was allowed to comment. And I came out with this thing. I realized what none of these people understand is there is a difference between offensive and offended. You can be offended by whatever offends you. You 100% have that right. Your feelings are your feelings, and you can be hurt by it. But that doesn't mean it's actually offensive. It just means your feelings are hurt. And so the problem is a lot of these people are misinterpreting them getting offended with her actions being offensive. Because none of them could actually pinpoint what she said as racism. All of them just kept saying it's clearly a microaggression that is related to Asian hate. If that's not a stretch, like popping out the shoulder level stretch, If that isn't a misdirection of rage, if that isn't the biggest cop-out I've ever heard, then I don't know what is. And they felt they didn't go hard enough on her. Oh, well, she had a lot of mentions telling her what she did wrong. Did she? Because those aren't the mentions that I found. I just found a lot of mentions of people calling the Asian side of TikTok to drag her, make her feel like shit. Go get the candy corn tooth, the butter teeth. None of you made an actual attempt to change her mind. You know, most southern towns, I will say this ever since I moved to the south, the Chinese food is not as good down here as it is up north. It isn't. I said what I said. Most of the food down here is not as good as it is up north. I have said it to everybody. It's not. Primarily down here, it's fried. Fried or barbecued. That's what you find. And if you don't like fried and you don't like barbecued, you're SOL down here. And a lot, especially when I first moved here, a lot of the Chinese and Korean and Japanese, I use that term loosely, restaurants made very bland food. There was not a lot of seasoning. A lot of it was sweet. And a lot of it was par cooked. Like, if it was fried rice, it was too soft. If it was an egg roll, it was slightly not rightly fried. It was just this whole thing where everything was slightly underdone. That was for Southern palate. And so if you grew up with this subpar Asian cooking to begin with, you might not like it. I took a lot of experimentation and then desperation to make my own stuff, just to find something that I liked. I'm very lucky. I have a very good friend now who has a restaurant and she cooks delicious Asian food, and I finally get the good stuff. But I know the difference. This lady does not. She lives in a very small town, you can tell. She has a lot of medical problems, and she's probably not had a lot of opportunity to try food. Does that excuse her making a dumb statement? No. Call her out in the comments. Say, hey, lady, have you tried actual Asian cooking? Or have you tried your own version of it or whatever? But to lead the charge against her for her literally saying her opinion, she never stated it as a fact. She never stated it in a inflammatory way. She didn't come out and tag Asian TikTok and attack people. She just said she didn't like it. People say they hate American cooking. Do you understand how different American cooking is? If you go from Washington to California to Texas to Florida to Maine, anywhere in the Midwest. Heck, if you go from Connecticut to Maine to Rhode Island to Massachusetts, the cooking changes. The food is exceedingly different. There's thousands of styles of cooking. Do you think I care? I hear all the time from foreigners, American food sucks. Oh, American food's terrible. Oh, American food's gross. Oh, it's this, it's that. It's too sugary. It's too... So, okay, don't eat it. And that's it. Even if it is insulting an entire continent or an entire country or an entire culture or an entire whatever, is it really that insulting what one person says? If they just don't like it, let them be stupid. Let them be ignorant. Show them by enjoying it. Show them by proving how good your food is. Because I can attest to it. She's definitely factually wrong. However, me just telling her or me just calling her out or making her feel like shit, that isn't going to make her change her mind, guys. That isn't going to make her suddenly want the food. And I asked the guy that, what did you do to change it? What of your actions changed her mind? You don't know. I can tell you, you probably created a bigger bigot. Let's say she was a racist. Let's say she was a bigot. Did you stop her from being one? I doubt it. If anything, you doubled down what she believed. Because of your childish, angry, outlandish, ridiculous overreaction. Whatever she thought, you proved her right. You created a bigger divide. You became part of the problem. You mixed up offensive with offended. Here's what I'll tell you guys. Opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one. And you're not gonna like everybody's. There's, as my father would say, there's an ass for every toilet. Some are too small, some are too tall. Some the water's too low, some the water's too high. But there's one for your bottom that's just right. Stop worrying about where everyone else is taking a shit. Stop. As for the people trying to dox me, it doesn't matter even if you beat the shit out of me. I'll recover, I'll come back, and I'll still say what I gotta say. If you ever don't like what someone's saying, guys, threatening bodily harm on them, I don't care how big it makes you think you feel, that's pathetic. That's out to everybody. My side, their side, the middle, whoever. Keyboard violent warriors, the ones that threaten bodily harm on others, I don't care how big it makes your proverbial dick feel. It's not cute. It's not funny. It's sad. It's pathetic. And I hope you feel big and bad when you're in your jail cell because you got caught doing the stupid shit. Because you didn't like what someone said on the internet and it made your boom booms feel bad. That's all I had to say about it, guys. I'll see you all in the next one. Hey, if you liked that video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, help me out with that algorithm. I want to first off thank all of my patrons. You guys are amazing. You help fund me. You help me do this. Thank you to Lisa, John Quinn, Sherry Molosky, Emil DeVry, Edie, Anime Chan, Lady Derpy, Choco Hooligan, Amelia, Esteban, It's Brentley, Gina Cena, Rox, AJ Larry, Becoming a Better Me, Jenny Eller, Selma, Sarah F, and Pink Dolphin Milk 65. Guys, if you want to join my Patreon, it starts as low as $1 a month, goes all the way up to $20, whatever else you want to give me. And we have a lot of different good perks. You can get drawings from me, you get patron exclusive artwork, and I try to get my videos out as early as possible to my patrons, although I have been failing a bit lately. If you like a lot of the merchandise that I wear, please make sure to check out No System. That is nosysnos.com. A lot of my shirts and jewelry do come from there. And here is all of my social media. If you enjoy my artwork, if you enjoy my rants, and if you just enjoy me, you can follow me on all of these different networks. I am like Fly Poo, I'm everywhere. Don't forget to check out my older videos or my most recent video, which will be right here. And otherwise, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you have an amazing day. And don't forget to tell the people that are important to you that you love them and to be safe. So guys, I love you. Be safe. Have a wonderful day. Bye.
You're the devil in disguise. Oh, yes, you are.
This is going to be the last response video I put up on my TikTok.
Lies. So hey everybody, I wanted to show you guys how to remove long wear lipstick. This is the Revlon 16 hours. It legit lasts longer than that. Now most people think that you use coconut oil, but no. Literally all you need is alcohol and cotton balls. I've had this lipstick on all morning. It's time to take it off. See? Hopefully this beauty trick helped.
You combated racism, what you thought was racism, with more racism.
Nothing I love more than a white woman white-splaining racism to the Asian community, but let's continue.
You think there is a Asian talk. It's not. That's hashtag. There's not an actual place. And I get it. You're Asian.
You could have shut the fuck up there. You should have shut the fuck up there. But let's continue.
Listen, you're talking to a weeb. I love Asian culture. Asian food is some of my favorite, like, literally.
So you only respect a culture insofar as you get to exploit it, but not respect the people that make it. Make that make fucking sense. Asian talk absolutely exists. It exists for a fucking reason. And I'm not surprised that a white woman couldn't find herself in any other place but trying to center herself in it. No, you can't be like the rest of us that just enjoys it and participates on the sidelines. You gotta make sure that you're right in it. White-splaining to Asian people, whether or not a safe space, a domain for them exists on this app? Are you fucking dumb?
But we in the American world call that an opinion.
I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. You're talking to Asian Americans. What you meant to say was white people. You just think cloaking your racism as an opinion will get you a pass. Fuck out of here.
Is she God's gift to the eyes? No, but neither are you. Neither am I.
Finally, an opinion we can both agree on. I personally delight in ad hominem attacks. Nice click catchers.
So, you're willing to ignore someone's expertise in something just to fuel your own ego. And before you go, no, that's not what I'm doing. Your response is, nah, nice try, but you've all come after me and you expect me to say nothing. You're not a good person. Your degree and injury don't change that. So what exactly do y'all mean by pull yourselves up out the bootstraps? Because if educating yourself in a certain industry to help people doesn't equate to anything, and how is somebody advocating for another person not a good person where you are consistently trolling and disrespecting people, but you think that disrespect makes you a good person? How very white and historically accurate to the United States is that? See, it's people like you that makes me wish that the BIPOC community wasn't so inclusive and so forgiving. But have a day.
Here's a lesson in qualifying statements. The original video of the white woman that you're defending did not have any sort of qualifying statements and instead said, all Asian foods are disgusting. Now, my qualifying statement, which I'm going to share with you, is that I do not hate all white people or all white women. I hate racist white people and racist white women. And I have no problem with defining and declaring that very, very clear qualifier. So, you know, for you, just a little education because you're new here, you know? If you're offended, that might be because you are a racist white woman. I did not plan on giving you any attention by responding to either of the videos that you decided to make stitching me. Because honestly, you seem to thrive on the negative attention and I don't really feel like feeding that. I legitimately try to be a kind and empathetic person, but I also don't take nonsense. So when I see your videos where you call many of my mutuals cowards or weak for deleting your trolling comments while simultaneously deleting the dozens of comments from the videos you've made about me, you know, I think that's kind of hilarious, but not in particular interest and not something that I wanted to spend time on today. I want to address this comment. Yeah, I'm a cool lady. I don't particularly have that same opinion of you because, you know, I don't like transphobes and I don't like people who try to invalidate and talk over people of color. I don't think that's generally cool behavior to stick yourself in other people's business or doubling down on that when people try to call you out. But you know, that's just my opinion. I honestly don't think that you are important enough that anybody would actually threaten you or dox you, but who am I to invalidate your experience? Maybe it happened. I do have very much issue with you coming after Mr. Ajma. How dare you? He's an incredibly loving father, an incredibly loving husband. I've been fortunate to have him in my life for over 20 years. He is kind, intelligent, empathetic, and he is constantly learning and expressing curiosity with kindness, which I think is a trait that everybody should try to emulate. Really. And it's even hard for me, but I do it. And his sense of humor is drier than whispering the word gin over a martini. Don't come for him. Don't.
The word racism was created 5 years ago by the left. Razzle dazzle.